Welcome back to the Mitchells in Alaska channel. So today Perry and I are out taking a little circle up through Hatcher Pass. I'll give you a little, see what that looks like. Looks kind of like a winter wonderland. We got about 6 inches of fresh snow last night. So everything's really covered up good. Really some amazing views out here while it's all snow covered. Definitely never get tired of coming to Hatcher Pass and taking a little cruise around. Seen one moose, was actually hoping we'd see some more moose today than that, but seen one cow just briefly though. So while we was driving around, we just video a little bit of it so you can see what it all looks like when it's snow covered. We didn't go way up there on it. We're just kind of down here in the lower portion of it. A lot of the roads not maintained very well up here, so we've had a lot of warmer weather last week or so, so you can actually see some water standing in the road. Different places through here. Some places there's quite a bit of water in the road, but it's been in the mid to upper 30s. Rained a lot yesterday, so the road surface that you see here is super slick, where it's got water on top of the ice pack. It's really slick. So see a lot of tracks around off to the side, you know, where some moose has been through, but it's not really seeing anything. Last year we got to see quite a few moose driving this road, so we sure haven't seen many this year. The weather's been pretty different than last year. I mean, I doubt if we actually have, you know, I don't know, 18 inches of snow on the ground maybe or something. We probably got a couple feet altogether, but you know, shoot, by this time last year, you know, we probably had, I know over 3 feet on the ground for sure, maybe 4 feet, probably 4 feet anyway, I would imagine. So I know by February it could be up to your shirt pockets. So definitely wasn't any walking through it without snowshoes on. But I never get tired of looking at it after a fresh snow, and all the trees are so white. I mean, they're just beautiful. And it's warm enough today that, you know, just wearing jeans, no long johns or nothing. I mean, it's just a jacket and a t-shirt. So pretty nice out today. See some sun up there on the side of the mountain. We're trying to get a little sun. Starting next week is going to cool back off. We're supposed to be back down in the single digits at night, and I think in the teens for the daytimes most of next week. So things will probably freeze back up. But right now the snow is not any good for snow machining. The lakes have overflow on them, so you can't really get out on them. So it's kind of an odd time right now, everybody says out here. snow berms on the side of the road here is probably, I don't know, 3 feet tall probably. So, last year we were seeing, berms that were, probably 7 feet high. They definitely were getting high enough you couldn't see over them driving down the road when you was trying to hopefully see a moose. It's just like you was kind of driving in a tunnel. See some sun on the trees up there. There's some sun peeking over the mountain up there. Thing we haven't seen a lot of is wildlife up here. Really don't seem like you really see a lot of it. So see a lot of sign, tracks. Don't really see a lot of wildlife. We really haven't been out where there is too much. We just actually, Perry and I just got our hunting license yesterday, so we could actually do a little hunting now. Some spruce grouse or ptarmigan, or some of those things are open right now. Really see the sun trying to light up the trees. That'll come out, that'll knock a lot of the snow back off the trees. Won't get it all completely off, but it'll knock it down a little bit. Sure got the mountainsides all brightened up. There you go. There's just some sun.
Right. Except we don't get much of it in the winter time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the kind of sun you need for the solar panels. I don't get to see that very much right now. country, though. I never get tired of looking at that. But I like it better when I can see some moose. truck was stuck in the driveway. I had to go down and get my truck pulled out with the water on the hard pack underneath this snow. Not much traction down there to be had. I was going to stretch a winch it out, but I was going to have to wade through snow way over my top of my rubber boots to get to a tree big enough to pull it out. We pulled out a small one, but that wasn't going to work. So I was going to have to get to a bigger tree, so the snow was well up past my knees there, where it's been falling off the trees and stuff like that. So you can see here, there's some pretty good berms on the sides of this road. Lots of bright sun. Check that out. See it now, but there's a creek over here along that side. There's different places up and down through here where there's actually holes where you can actually see the water quite a bit. So I sure wouldn't want to walk out on it. There's a big place of water. It's not something you see much of up here, is water in the wintertime.
No.
This time of year, everything is usually froze solid. Hopefully breakup won't be as bad this year unless we get a lot more snow, but definitely don't even have half the snow we had last year at this time. I didn't think they were actually calling for any bright sun today, but
I didn't either.
I'm not going to complain about it, but it definitely makes it feel a lot warmer than it actually is. But
It's 22 degrees right now.
22 degrees right now, but it's really not, when the sun's out like that, and the higher humidity that we have, it's really not bad at all outside. Water in the road. Definitely never saw that in the wintertime up here before.
No.
We come up here quite a bit in the wintertime, just driving around and looking, just trying to look at wildlife. signs right here is telling you that the road is closed in this area that we're in now, so and they don't maintain it or anything, so yeah, let's see if I can get out of here. See if I show you the sign here. Get a big barricade up here. There's a few homes up in here, so you know people still go in there, but you can see there that they don't recommend traveling it and all that. So, and then of course Hatcher Pass is closed on up higher because the snow gets really deep up there during the winter times. There's a lot of state land here, and there's private property places in here as well. You can see this this here hasn't been plowed here since the snow came. And on the other side of that sign where we was, I'm not sure whether, I think there's probably some property owners that plow that. I don't think they do any, I don't think the borough does any maintenance up there, I'm guessing anyway. Getting some bright sun today, though. Wow.
Yeah, that's on our panels.
Yep. Yeah, a little bit of solar power today wouldn't hurt my feelings any. Been having to run generators 3 or 4 hours a day. Sometimes longer. This is probably a long, boring video, but I guess you can fast forward through it. I'm just keeping it going here, hoping maybe we might actually see another moose. I was hoping so. Sometimes out here you can see them really close up on the sides of the road. And here's kind of like a little resort area here. We actually saw them up in their yards last year. Without having as much snow this year, it hasn't pushed them out to the road areas nearly as much as it did last year, I guess. It is really cool seeing all the trees and stuff that are. There's a place there. Actually, I should have stopped there and showed you that with that.
Just slide across there.
I'll stop and show you a place here where this is just one of the little places out here where somebody lives and I'll show you here real quick. But where somebody has property on both sides of the creek, and so they park on this side, and they got a cable going across there, and you can see where they got a platform there to climb up on, and they actually cable their goods and stuff across on that cable to get it to their cabin, because that creek's usually rolling pretty darn good in the summertime. It's definitely very limited places to cross it on an ATV, for sure.
Yeah, zip line to get home would be
Yeah,
zooming handy.
that's there's actually a couple of pieces of property here where they have zip lines like that to get across the creek. So it's kind of different. That definitely is adds a curve to bringing home groceries and things like that. So and those are not places where people reside all the time, or seasonal cabins, but that still will be pretty different.
A lot of hard work bringing in building materials.
Yeah, it sure would. There's a lot of actual building up here that people do in these places that are way off the road, that they actually bring their building materials in during the winter time because they can sled it in, behind a snow machine. There's another one right there. You can see the zip line set up going back across that property there. So that's the two of them that you see up here all the time. But yeah, they sled all their materials in the wintertime and then go back in the spring and then do their building in the spring because they can get the materials in where during the warmer weather, the swamps would be thawed out and boggy areas and stuff like that. And they'd have to pull it in with an ATV, and the trails could be really rutted out and stuff like that, and really make it difficult. Where during the wintertime, things are a lot smoother. They can pull it in with a snow machine on a sled and just get their building materials there and stack them up, cover them up, and be ready to build by spring. So that's pretty common up here. And the snow machines, they'll pull an amazing amount of weight on big sleds. Amazing up here though how much snow hangs on the trees. It always just looks amazing to me. Really makes a lot of the trees really sag down. See a lot of them really laying over. A lot of them go right back up, and some of them never recover. There's another big water patch here. Creek there, you don't really see any holes in it up through there, but actually gonna meet a vehicle.
First one of them we've seen today.
Yep, first one we met. See another big wet spot up here. show you any moose. Sure hoping we could. Well, I guess we'll give up on trying to record a moose this trip around. So anyway, you can fast forward through a lot of this, but thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you would, please.